So as a guy that has played him a handful of times and you watch the tape, have you seen any drop-off with him?
No. He can't really scramble that fast. But yeah, that's it.
What sticks out in your memory from when you did face him? What set him apart on the field that you didn't necessarily see on TV watching him before you saw him in person?
He just smart. I mean, he played so long, so it's not you can't really fool him too much. And he gets the ball out real fast. He don't really allow himself to get sacked.
What's it like preparing for a game like this where you don't really know what receiver's going to be lining up for him? Obviously, Evans is out, but which one of you guys?
Yeah, you just got to play for everybody on the roster. Everybody on the roster, you look at the guys and then go through the film on them and just try to gauge that. Hopefully later on in the week we'll know who's playing, who's not.
Is that different too, though, when you have a quarterback like Tom Brady who can kind of make magic with?
For sure. I mean, we done seen him win Super Bowls with receivers that's not in the top 10, not top 20. So, I mean, he could do it with anybody.
Go back to what you were saying about him scrambling. You were saying like he doesn't scramble as much.
No, I'm just saying he's not as fast as he was 20 years ago.
So I mean, the combination of that and him wanting to get the ball out quick, do you kind of lick your chops as a ball hawk?
I mean, I'm hoping he stay back there and just throw it to me. I mean, that's the goal. It's a dream, but we'll see.
Knowing you can't disguise much from somebody like that, how detailed do you have to be in your coverages, knowing that he's had 2 decades of experience picking apart?
Yeah, you just got to line up, just do your job. It is what it is. Just play football.
Did you see the tablet chuck that he had last week on the sidelines? Is that the goal of every defender to frustrate an opposing quarterback to the point where you see that boil over above the surface?
They lost, right?
They
after
won.
they did that? No, I'm saying they lost after they frustrated him?
The Saints.
Yeah, so we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We want to keep him happy and just let him throw us the ball. That's it.
So what's the challenge when you're close to the line of scrimmage a lot when Fournette comes at you? What type of runner is he?
Oh yeah, he's a downhill runner. That's what he do. He drop his shoulder pads. He gonna try to run over you. I think that's what their whole team is built off. Just physicality, just domination. That's what they try to do everybody. They try to punk everybody. They want to run through everybody. They want to talk stuff, lay hit, all that. And that's just where they get their energy from.
You got to bring it.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely got to match their intensity.
How much pride do you take in that? The second drive the other day, I think you had the second and third down tackles, and you were really excited after making those in the backfield.
Yeah, it was exciting. Get off the field. I mean, that's really all it was, just to get off the field and just bring some energy just to the defense.
A game like this, it feels important to get a team like that behind the sticks. How much does it kind of put the onus in the secondary to get down to, ball carriers, get down to guys on screen passes, things like that?
Yeah, definitely. That's big. First guy, we try to get there. Our defense, we're fast, we're physical, so we just say hit it. We treat it like we on a kickoff team. So when somebody get the ball, everybody just flying straight, trying to be the tackle.
You had success with that on Sunday versus Montgomery. I mean, how can you mirror that versus Fournette?
It's going to be the same thing. I think that running the ball is better than the Bears, but it's definitely going to be the same thing, just downhill running.
What's the biggest danger Tom Brady presents?
Just IQ of the game. Yeah.
Jair got a pick the other day. Do you guys have any conversations about who will get the second one?
Nah, we won't got no conversation about that. I think it will be me, but I'm not going to say no.
Did you enjoy watching the Tampa Bay New Orleans game? And that was like a defensive.
Yeah, that was a good game. I mean, we couldn't see the whole. I don't think I watched the whole game, but I seen it was like 0-3 at half or something like that. I was like, damn, good game. And then when I watched it on film, I was like, I see why. They mixed a lot of things. And the Saints do a lot of stuff defensively that can get you. So, yeah, definitely.
What were the Saints doing that was working that maybe you can
They just, honestly, they didn't show Brady what he wanted to see. Then they just dropped into certain looks. They kind of came after him a little bit as well. Made him kind of move left and right. It's things that he don't really want to do. It made him a little uncomfortable.
Obviously, the headliner of that game was the Brawl divisional opponent, so a little bit different. But
They
is there
fight.
a way to frustrate those guys? I mean, is that something you think about at all?
I don't know. Lattimore and Mike Evans, they fight every game. They play each other twice a year. For the last 3 years, I've seen them fight. So I'm kind of expecting them to fight every time they see each other.
Yeah.
You seem to be salivating. 3-0 game at the half. A lot of people want to see offense, but when you watch games like that, how much do you appreciate the craft that's being on display on both sides?
I love it because I've always been a defensive mindset. I always like watching good defensive teams. That's how I grew up, watching the Ravens, Seattle, those defenses like Patriots. So it's good. It's always good, especially because the refs tend to call more calls for the offense. Everybody in the stands buy tickets for the offense players. They want to see touchdowns, dances, things like that. So it's always good when you see it.